Every time I come out of the gym, there's some nice cars waiting for me. It's a CT5. I get one of those. We got a C7. I love C7s, man. That was my first Corvette. Such good cars, but come join me on this ride. Let's chat. Let's fire it up. Let's give this a good acceleration. Glorious. Hey, so this video, believe it or not, is not really about my Z06. It just happens to be my choice today. I have a track day coming up on July 11th at G2. Hope to see some of you out there. It's been good meeting different people. Anytime I mention I'm going there, I see different people show up, and just kind of making new friends. So I'm going to focus on some of the prep I'm doing today. I got new wheels, I got new tires, as I mentioned in my last Type R video, and so I am taking my Type R, not my Z06, though I long to track the Z06 after spending 2 days on a racetrack with the Z06. But that's the problem with having two capable cars, is that you have to fight for what you're going to take out. But I bought new tires, and I got the damper module for the Type R, so I have to use those, right? Maybe next time I will take out the Z. Well, I have new brakes that aren't going to be for this track day, but they're going to be for the next. So, you know, the Lord has really blessed me in that way. Just the focus of this video is going to be about the Type R and some prep that I'm doing, and I'll show you that. But I'm going to talk about something before I get into the actual Type R prep. My last video, I made a comment about the Type R and not complaining, and I mentioned that when we complain, we're actually complaining against God. And in the comments, an individual took offense, saying that I always tie things into religion. And look, I want to be very clear with you all, those that subscribe. My aim is to not offend anybody. However, I'm not going to shrink my beliefs down. My channel is founded upon who my Savior is, and I'm not ashamed of that. And God, the one that has given me breath in my lungs to even speak, to even drive these hands to move, I'm going to glorify. And I'm not perfect, but I am not going to stop preaching, and I'm not going to stop sharing the gospel with you all, because I've learned in this life is temporary. Look, we pass away, we will pass away. This life is a vapor. And you think that death won't happen to you, and it will. It happens to everybody. It's not a can that you just kick down the road that happens to everybody else. It will happen. Things are going to happen in this life. But the things we do here echo in eternity. I did not grow up a Christian. I did not grow up in a church. I found salvation later in life, after looking into everything else, after setting aside everything and searching for the truth and searching for God with all of my heart, all my mind, all my soul, all my strength. And then the truth was revealed to me, not because anybody told me what to believe. And so I want to use my voice and I want to use my strength to help others understand that. And it just so happens that I'm into cars. And so I will use my passion to reach other people with the truth. You may say it's not true. Well, I say to you, search for the truth. Seek it with all of your strength. Set aside things. Don't believe just what you're taught. Don't believe what you're born into. You have to form that relationship yourself with God. Eternity is forever. And that's basically what I want to say about that. And so, circling back to what I was saying, God has blessed me with the ability to have these wonderful machines. And it's not forever, but I have them. And I'm going to use them for His glory, not because I have to, not because of compulsion, but because I'm grateful. I know that some of you grew up in a church. I know that some of you suffer from church hurt. That's a real term, when the church has hurt you because of their bad practice. Men have hurt you because of their bad practice. But that's not indicative of who Jesus Christ, our Savior, is. He's none of those things. That just proves that men are broken. That doesn't prove anything about who the Savior is. It just proves that we need a Savior, and that all of us are broken and all of us fall short of the glory of God. So yeah, I won't stop. And if you are a subscriber on my page and this rubs you a wrong way and you unsubscribe, look, I get it, I understand. I lose subs all the time. Anytime I bring up God, I see at least a sub drop, but my channel still grows. And that's a choice. That's where you're at in life. You don't want to receive what I'm saying? Hey, I love you regardless, and I'm going to speak truth into your life. So with that being said, I'm going to cut this here in the Z, and then let's switch over into some of the Type R prep. All right, let's go pay a visit to Billy and Victor at the shop so I can get this brake fluid put in. Race car stuff, putting brake fluid in your cup holder. Looks like we got a Prelude and an SI. Prelude wasn't so expensive to be such a good daily. Love it in the boost blue. 46, that's a hard bargain. From an enthusiast perspective, it's gonna be the SI all day. SI all day. Shoot, I'd buy an SI as a daily. It's the MSRP, but then that's with the add-ons. That's an extra $3,000. So it's unlocked. Put this here. The shifter is definitely different than the Type R, but still that Honda feel. But it feels like I'm sitting in the Type R. Everything's newer in here, but Type R seats are better. SI is it's a comprehensive package. I mean, 200 horsepower, it's not fast, but it's still gotta be fun. One key thing is here in the SI is you get the USB-Cs. I don't know why they don't put those in the Type R. It just doesn't make sense. Yep, no home link. Always impressed by the F22 Si. I visit it every time I come here. I just love that they have it on display. Always tempted to buy the Honda hats, of course, but student driver sticker, anybody? If you're from DFW, you already know what it is. Unlikely at the Honda dealership. This time we got a C5Z. That's sick. It has ZR1 wheels too. Yeah. Nice. Carbon fiber. Like that. What's up, man? Good. Just doing the brake fluid.
Yeah. Getting that taken care of.
How's it going? How you been?
Good, good. You?
Good, man. Just preparing. I got new wheels and tires for the track. I got the RE71 RZs, and I went with the NK T6R wheels. They're actually 18s, but they're lighter. They're like 6 to 7 pounds lighter each corner. So I'm gonna throw those on, and then I'm doing the brake fluid. So
you should be ready for.
Oh yeah, next weekend.
Next weekend?
Yeah. So the brake fluid I had, it was the Multiple brake fluid. It's like 10 months old now, so I had to change it.
Yeah, I mean, well, as far as like Honda, right? It's like every 3 years.
Yeah.
What they recommend. But for sure, it was dark.
Yeah.
With the dark fluid, I was like, man.
Yeah, because the racing brake fluid has a lower boiling point. So for like the Motul, like you're good maybe, for the one that I had, maybe 2 track sessions, but like 6-7 months you got to change it.
Oh.
Yeah. And so this Castrol SRF, you can leave this one in for probably a year and a half, but you got to change it quickly because the boiling points. Again, it's not like the streetable fluid. So what's the update? How's the S2000?
I mean, we haven't really done much. I know we finally, we're about to book the appointment for the tuning. And I turned it on. Well, I've taken it out a couple times. We still like hiccups. But I mean, it's almost lunchtime. I'll turn it on and we can try to go for like a quick spin just so you can get like a feel for it, like what it feels like. Again, it's not tuned, it's not perfect, so you know, if you're putting it on the YouTube channel, please don't press on me like it's not done, but it's definitely different from a regular 2000.
Yeah, no, I would love to. Let's do it. All right, let's get the underbody of this. Yeah, we about to take this for a spin.
Again, it's not nothing crazy, but
it's all good. You said you still have the tune coming.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna take it down first because last time we got in trouble from the apartments.
Yeah. What they do? They call the dealership?
Yeah. They're like, y'all making too much noise.
Oh, come on. I drove the Z06 this morning to the gym, and as I was coming into my neighborhood, the speed limit's 35. I was going 25. This one lady walking her dogs was looking at me, shaking her head. She was like, yeah, like she was so mad. It's just the way the car sounds stock. Like, I didn't do nothing. As a matter of fact, I was recording a video preaching about Jesus. But she's sitting here shaking her head like I did something really wrong. Oh well.
Yeah, so again, it's different because it doesn't like spin as much, like it's like how it looks and it keeps on just, like, going.
That was surprising. What tires are these? I forgot.
These are just Kansas. Like they're not Michelin pilots or anything like that. Like they're just regular Kansas tires. Because obviously we just want to like put them on, kind of get a feel for the vehicle and stuff like that. But I mean, and you see, I had like a little brake up in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, it feels like freaking fast just because it's in a light body.
It is, yeah. Because I mean, this weighs significantly less than
The Type R.
Yeah.
But it moves.
And it's rear wheel drive, so.
Yeah. So it's something different than you would expect, you know?
I forgot. Do you have an aftermarket diff on here?
Nope.
Stock diff?
Stock diff, stock transmission, stock drive shaft. Other than an aftermarket clutch on it, which kind of makes it like, I just want to be on the drive, like on like aftermarket clutches where they're like,
Yeah, right.
so like trying to get off on it easy is kind of like a little difficult. So
You want it to be streetable.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
I really, really wanted to see you guys at the track with this. I mean, I would love to give it a go, honestly.
the only thing is, it is. And again, like normal driving, like it's just like any other car.
Yeah. It's rather smooth, actually.
Yeah, like again, driving normal is gonna be smooth and everything, just like any other S2000, just has an exhaust. But then once you get on it, you can feel the difference.
And it's fuel cut as at 7K, just like the K20 would be.
It's like 67 again because we have the little what do you call it? We have a little box that's reading the CAN bus to make it to a 0 to 5 volt reference kind of deal. It's a little laggy, so when you see it, it might, like on the higher RPM, it'll seem like you're going into more rev when you're really not.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna not drive it.
Yeah.
All right, always a good time with our fellas over here, Billy and Victor, and that was incredible getting to drive the S2000. But like we said, I didn't officially drive it. I'm gonna end the video here. I'll do another video where I'm doing some of the tire swaps, which will lead into just some of the other prep. Let's go do a pull. God bless you and your families. I am out. Man, I'm telling you, this gym is turning into a car show. Look at this. We got some icons right here. Start mine up.